starting screen once. Hello and welcome back to another. Oh, that's bad. One moment. Hello and welcome back to another Monday night here at Heroes and Hooligans, where we are playing Delirium Delving Beyond, Episode 8, Death of the Faithful. Does anyone need a recap here? We all remember about where we are? Remember what the last thing that happened was? Yeah?
Teardrop.
Okay. Just to be sure for our...
into bloody pulp.
Yeah. Just to be sure for our audience, would someone like to give just a quick summary of how we got to where we are?
If I can, if you'd like me to.
Yeah, sure. Please.
All right. So on our last session of Delving Beyond, yes, Plum, butt rope. That happened. So we different things. Sorry. So we ended up battling a shit ton of monsters. Elias jumped out of the window with Darian. Darian fell through the window after losing his mind. And a group of us stayed inside of the tower alone to fight the... Give me a...
giant angel celestial thing.
Well, I believe at that moment you were still fighting the Song Reeve, which it might have been the word you're looking for.
That is the word that I was looking for. Yeah, so we fought the Song Reeve, and we're getting our butts royally handed to us. A few of us stayed behind, holding on tight to try and help each other. A few of us, fleed at first sight. At very, very, I don't blame them. And in the end, we unfortunately lost our dear, sweet, sweet Darian to the most unfortunate accident, which is getting his ass beat
By gravity.
and jumping through a window.
Yeah.
Gravity.
Jumping 7 stories doesn't work out for most people.
Yeah, unless you have wings.
Or you're Elias.
Actually, now that I think about it, three of these party members could just jump out a window and be fine. Oh, well, I'm sorry. 2 of those present.
Yes.
And with that, we're going to jump right back into things. Kane, you have just left the commander's office where it wasn't quite a scolding, more of a good-natured stop injuring your comrades, even when they're insulting. Look,
Probably been in a meeting like that before.
Yeah. Look, Ventara, you have to. An eye is too far. Bruised hands, bruised cheeks, I can let that go. But an eye is too far. You maimed a man.
Yes, and he should be all the better for it. A lesson should have been learned, and perhaps a bit more respect for the hierarchy we have here.
Yes. Well, that's the reason you're not going to have any consequences beyond this meeting, is the disrespect he showed to your place in the hierarchy. But this is a warning, Kane. The next time you maim a brother in arms, whether above or below you, it's going to be a couple of days in the stocks.
Was this truly so pressing?
It's not that it's pressing, it's the last free moment I have to deal with it for a while.
Is there anything else?
That'll be it. King.
Yes?
No, never mind. I'll tell him. Ask Darian to stop by next time he gets back.
Of course. Make no mistake, sir. I have nothing but respect for the hierarchy we have here. And myself is one thing. The brothers that I work with, the dangers that befit our station, I find it uncouth that the people you have in charge of educating the people who are coming up beneath us and that should one day look up to us and trust us can openly show disrespect without any recompense.
Bring it to my attention in the future, and I'll handle it. I swear to you.
We make our living by making an example. That's all I do.
Trust me that I know how to make an example. One that will last longer than stories of a mad bird.
It's got quite a good ring to it. Perhaps we should spread it among the enemy.
Aye, that we should. All right, be on your way. I'm sure they could use you at the tower.
Of course. And up and on my way.
You cross the little, well, not little, but the city here, making your way back to the Mage's Tower. And as you hit the bricks leading up to it, it sounded like you're about to ask a question.
No, it's, I would say this, despite the nature of the mission, it would actually be at not a leisurely place, but nothing extremely urgent. I have a lot of faith in the rest of my team and my brothers, so perhaps using flight to ensure I can get there as quickly, but nothing of post-haste matter.
Yeah, so just sort of calmly flying above the village.
I have not an ounce of worry in my mind.
Yeah, as you calmly fly above the village here at midday, you can hear birds chirping. You can see people scurrying to and fro as they, that's a little loud, as they go about their daily business. The pub seems to be beginning to bustle here in the lunch hour. The markets are well, and you look out upon this city that you protect by going to far places and doing violence to strange beings. And I think there's a little bit of pride having just left the meeting you did and knowing that you have had an impact and a positive one.
Much more than a bit. A deep breath of satisfaction.
And you, as you fly over, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Absolutely. That'll be an 11.
An 11? Yeah, it's... You look at the tower ahead. It's still a bit off in the distance as you fly, but you don't see any, smoke belching out of it or flares of large magics. Things are probably okay.
Yeah, of course they are.
Do you come in? Are you flying straight up to the tower itself, or are you landing at the gate outside of it to walk up the cobbled path to the entrance?
I think I'll land at the front. There's no reason for me to head straight to the top. I use the stairs on the way out.
All right, wonderful. As you come down for your landing, you see 5 or 6 mages out in the yard who appear to be running towards the gate. 2 of them have actually stopped about halfway. And as you look down where they're at the ground where they're stopped, you see the broken and bloodied corpse of Darian Stellshine. One of the mages is pouring healing potions down the throat. But you can see the flesh does not knit back together. The arms askew, one crushed underneath his body, the other flung out to the side. You can see bones sticking out of his leg, where the tibia has snapped away from the knee joint and punctured through those bright silver scales. And just at the corner of your eye, go ahead and give me another perception.
You got it. 16.
All right, you notice glittering glass on the ground around Darian, and up at the corner of your eye, a massive broken window. There are no sounds of battle, and you're still here at the front gate. You have not walked up to the body yet, or flown up to it, whatever you choose to do. You do hear a sound from inside the tower, sounding like probably about 100 people all talking at like a normal volume of voice, but worried tone.
It draws for a moment. Just seeing the attempts, the futility that's making its case quite clear. But I can see the glass, and if there's anything I've learned, it's that focus must come for the mission. And in doing so, I take a final second before moving my eyes to that window and drawing my greatsword and flying up as fast as I can.
Yeah, and you fly up to that broken window. When you land, you see... Well, actually, Elias, Lucan, Greco, you tell me what he sees.
I'm still on the fucking floor.
Elias is straddling the corpse of the undead angel celestial thing and is just pummeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Greco is crawling away on the floor, trying his hardest to take gasping breaths in this bloodied massacre of what I guess we could call a fight. It's more like a beatdown.
And you see the Songreave's body laid out dead on the floor. As well as the Cannon Reap, I believe. Or no, he's unconscious.
Yeah.
And Elias is just on the angel at the moment.
Yeah, Elias is beating in the shit out of an angel.
Lots to intake in a moment, but it looks like my brothers won the battle, and broken is a word amongst others. To help Elias snap out of it and maybe put a seal of finality on it and get out a little bit of the own anger that's already swelling, Kane will shoot in from the window and put all of his force into slamming his greatsword through the neck of the angel into the floorboard.
Yeah, give me just an athletics with advantage.
You got it. And that'll be a 25.
25 will do it. Your greatsword, you come flying in full momentum, and your greatsword hits the floorboards at the same time as your lower talons do, piercing straight through the neck. There's about an inch of flesh left on either side of the blade.
Softly, brother. Elias. Trying to call you out of the smackdown you're laying on this corpse.
We'll do it this way. Okay, we beat a 10. Oh, Elias slows down. He doesn't look up at you. He's just staring down.
Breathe. And immediately away to check on Lucan.
Yep. Lucan.
I'm fine. I'm just laying back on the floor, legs and arms just spread out, just breathing.
All right. Well, you're breathing. My bird cousin. To Greco.
Everyone in this room is heavily injured. Like, I think or except Elias, who is still possibly
He's
the
got some
most
bruises.
in this room, possibly the most soaked in blood. The issue is the blood is gold.
He's all sparkly.
It's the skin of the monster. Bro.
So, Graco's the worst injured out of the group?
I
Great.
believe so.
Okay. I will, if it is allowed, I will pick up Graco carefully, with every precaution to not injure you further, with the intention of floating us down and making use of those potions that they're putting into Darian right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Lucan, any change from you, or are you just staying spread eagle on the ground right now?
I mean, with all the commotion going on without me, it's about time I get off my ass. So yeah, I'll probably climb to my feet and just...
Yeah.
Bleed.
Can you take a quick look at Lucan, move over, lift your cousin in your arms, and Lucan, you stand. As Elias, you fall still over the corpse of this angel. Do you pull your sword out, Ken, or do you leave it there?
I'll be back for it.
Okay.
Lucan, get Elias to the ground floor.
Pretty sure if we both know if I go near him, he's probably going to punch me.
Elias will make the exception for the corpse of our brother that's on the ground outside.
Okay, fine.
And Elias, you knew,
Mm-hmm.
but this is your confirmation.
Yeah, I heard. If I remember, I heard the alchemist guy left down there screaming, "I'm too late" or something.
I believe he was screaming, "It's not working."
Yeah. So yeah, he was pretty sure. Anyone who manages to actually get a look at his face would see that it's not just the celestial blood there. Elias is in silent tears. But if Lucan comes and gets him, what he will do is get up and, without any sense of decorum, he will pick up the corpse of the angel and is not leaving without it.
You stand, bend down to pull the corpse of this being. Do you pull the sword, or are you just grabbing and lifting?
Nope, I'm just pulling and lifting. I don't care what damage the sword does, how much pulling I have to do.
You grab, lift, pull. Go ahead and give me an athletics.
Sure.
And what's your carrying capacity as well?
I have an 11, so 160.
165
Okay, yeah, that.
times 15.
I have a 0 to this, but we got a nat 20.
You take this. You put your arms under this corpse, and with pure muscle that you did not know you had, yank up, and the head falls off as you pull harshly enough for those 2 last inches of flesh to be severed by the hilt of Cain, by the force of meeting the hilt of the sword.
So yeah, Elias will silently follow anyone just firemen carrying it.
Okay, cool. I'll pick up the head then.
What's our highest passive perception here?
Mine's a 14.
That's better than mine.
Graco?
I think theirs might beat mine. But they are currently bloody to shit.
Destiny, what's Graco's passive perception?
Passive perception. 17. Sorry,
Okay.
my thing's turning on.
As the head hits the floor, Graco, you see a little glimmer of golden, not golden blood, but golden light on the sword where the blood trail ends. And Lucan, you bend down to pick up the head.
Yeah. I'd attempt to pick up the sword, but I know for a fact it's too heavy for me.
It's probably within your carrying capacity. I think.
I have an 8 for my strength, and
It is only 6 pounds.
Yeah, it's only 6
well
pounds.
then cool. I'll pick up your sword and put it on my back. Or just drag it, since I don't have a sheath.
Yeah, I think you'll either have to be like holding the head by the hair and holding the sword with both hands, or dragging it behind you.
Yeah. I'll just like tie the head to my belt. It's decoration, no.
I think you're muted if you're talking to us, Destiny. Okay. All right. Yeah. Kane, you, I'm assuming, fly out the window to glide down.
Yep.
Yeah. Elias, what path are you taking out with this corpse?
Whichever one doesn't take any thought. So he
Down
can see stairs from the doorway. He's just walking toward the stairs.
Yeah. Stairs or teleportation sigils are the ones that require no thought here.
Yeah, probably the stairs are more ingrained and
Yeah.
thoughtless for him.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, you begin to walk down the stairs. Lucan.
Since I know he's going downstairs, I will take the teleporter and meet him downstairs.
Good move. Good move. And Grego, you're being carried. So, Kane, you gently glide, circling around to the ground, just letting the air carry you with Grego in your arms. And I'm going to say, Lucan, you get to the ground floor. You're waiting at the bottom of the stairs. Elias, you're pretty fast, but you are like on foot, walking, carrying something heavier than yourself.
Yeah, he's also not moving full speed. He's definitely like borderline disassociating.
Yeah, so it's going to be a few minutes before Elias gets down. Lucan, if you're just waiting for Elias, like if I understood that correctly.
I mean, he was, but if it takes more than like a couple of minutes, he's just got to walk out the door because he has somewhere to be.
Yeah, I think with it being 7 stories that Elias is just slowly walking, it's going to be about 10 minutes before Elias makes it down.
All right, cool. I will leave Kane's sword just by the door for him, though. I'm not taking that with me.
You prop this sword up against the wall next to the main door here. Kane, you have landed here by the alchemist.
Please, your attention here. One that is still with us.
Yes, and I'm going to roll a die here just to see how many of these healing potions that he did use in his like panicked, I can't fail here, they might kill me.
I haven't decided against it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I have potions on me.
He has 2 left. And he takes one to pour it down Greco's throat. You're going to get 4d4 plus 4. You can either roll that or I can roll that for you, whichever you like.
Would you roll it for me? My headset.
I gotcha. $17 points of healing to Greco. Lucan, you walk out the door.
I walk out of this entire tower area, like out the door and out the gates.
All right. Where are you heading?
To the commander.
You know. Can everyone go ahead and make me a history check except for Lucan?
Alright, okay, cool.
Lucan, you know this because I talked about this a little bit with Drew before, and it was agreed you would know. Go ahead and let me know what you got.
Elias got a 13.
10 here.
13? 10?
14.
14. All right, yeah. Lucan, you know, and you know you are the only member of your squad of Inquisitors that knows. You're off to notify next of kin.
Essentially.
That's right. Darian's a Nepo baby.
Makes sense.
The commander was a Dragonborn, correct?
Gold Dragonborn, correct.
And Darian was I think he was
Silver.
Silver.
I knew he was a Dragonborn. I was like, what kind is he? So yeah, I'm gonna inform his great uncle or something.
You know that they are family. The exact relation was not disclosed to you.
Fair enough.
You know they are kin. But Inquisitors forswear the family they came with in exchange for their new brothers.
Sad days. Yeah.
Here at the tower, though, Greco, you have just been given a healing potion. And Kane, he looks to you. Are there more injured, or should I give her the second as well? Or give him the second as well?
Go ahead.
21. I have 21 right now, so I'm mostly stable. I have a max.
He's asking if there are more injured people.
Oh,
Not if there are people more injured than you. Like he's asking, should I save this last potion for someone else?
Everybody needs help. Please go back to them, brother. I am stable for now.
And Kane, you catch Lucan walking out of the gate out of the corner of your eye. Greco, you actually see this as well with your 17 passive perception.
All right, cousin. To him, alchemist, please.
All right. Lucan the alchemist, you begin to hear footsteps and ragged breathing as the alchemist runs up behind you. You're Inquisitor. Matrix, a potion for you.
Do I still have the potions on me from last time?
No, we rolled a luck check because to see if he
I
got
did
there
that.
fast enough. You didn't have because you left the potions with him. You decided to. That's why Darian got one last roll.
All right, I'll just casually just reach back without turning and just grab it if he's holding it out.
Yeah, he's holding it up to you.
All right, I'll just take it and then just continue walking without saying a thing.
All right. 44 plus 4. I can roll that, or you can.
44. Yeah, I'll roll it. It's fine.
All right, cool. Elias. Actually, Kane, Greco, about 5 minutes have passed since you left at this point, like since you came out the window. Anything you're doing? You waiting for Elias? You going to go talk to the... Are you, like, Greco, are you catching Kane up on what the hell happened after he left? What's going on?
I'm gonna cast Goodberry just so that I have a little bit extra healing for myself and anybody else that might need it.
Okay.
So that is up to 10 berries. So yeah, I guess I'm just gonna make 10.
Cool. You can take those as you want. Just make sure you're keeping track of how many you have left and your healing and all that. Let me know if you want to hand one out to anybody, if you have anybody left over. Kane?
I think Kane, now that the alchemists have cleared and Greco is stabilized and it looks like Lucan's getting taken care of, Elias is clearly fine. He will now take a proper moment and shift slightly, presuming they landed next to him, and look upon Brother Steltion for a moment.
The eyes are open, though you can barely see them through the bruising on the face. You've never really been able to see bruising on Darian before, as it's always been hidden below the scales, but here you can see where the swelling has pushed the scales out of place, so bare skin shows through. The blood vessels have burst in the mouth, nose, and head, and you can see it is still dripping down the sides of his face and neck as he, glassy-eyed and barely open, stares off into nothing. It looks like he has wounds similar to the ones you inflicted, or to the one you inflicted upon the angel, similar in size, straight through the chest in 2 places. But the majority of his injuries seem to have come from the fall.
The few personal traditions, be it of Kane's or perhaps of ours or of Inquisitors, yes. I will. Presuming he has some clothing of some type under his armor.
Yeah, he's got standard like jerkin and trousers.
Yeah, as a sign of respect, Kane at the very least would like to carry a piece of him with respect, and will take a small cloth on his own and let the others choose if they do so as well. And returning the respect, Kane is a barbarian, and so he doesn't require armor. He runs rather naturally. He keeps his fine clothes on, since that's a habit of his noble lineage. I will tear off the entirety of one of my sleeves, and begin dotting and dabbing and cleaning as much as I can to give respect to the fallen.
I'm not going to require a roll for that. You can just clean him up as best you can. And Elias, I think this is about where you hit the bottom of the stairs. You look around you still see mages being ushered into their basements. You see Kane's sword leaning up against the door, and the door is flung wide open.
Elias walks out, and without thinking goes to the last place he was before he was in the tower, which was at Darian. And he's going to, when he gets there, he's just going to lay the angel's body next to him. And he's just going to stare. He's going to take his moment of silence. He doesn't speak. Silent tears are rolling down. But he just lays it next to Darian.
Yeah. As you walk up, I think you sort of half see Kane cleaning Darian up. He's rolled him over from where he landed on his front onto his back. Is dabbing the blood away from the face. And if nobody has anything else they want to do here,
to give the others a chance, of course, entirely their choice. As I've gotten him cleaned as best as I can, my sleeve purple, now soaked red. I will offer the dagger over to Elias. The slip of cloth I had cut off now already wrapped around the upper part of my arm.
He just shakes his head no.
The same offered to Greco.
Greco thinks about it for a moment, but feels as though he should not be taking something from somebody, regardless of their death, just because it's his own personal beliefs. So he's
course.
going to pass as well. But Greco is going to leave one of his own feathers he's going to pluck a wing feather and leave a feather with Darian's body.
Yeah. You pull the feather out, dot of your blood at the end of the quill, and lay it there. Do you place it on his chest, in one of his hands?
I think I would have probably slipped it underneath his shirt so it was like close to his body.
Tucked away. Yeah. Beautiful. All right. And we're going to move from there. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, with a squawking sob, he kind of backs away.
Yeah. We're going to move from there back to Lucan. Lucan, as you've crossed town, mindlessly driven by purpose, you walk back into the offices covered in gold and red blood, bruised but healing. And you come to the door to the commander's office, people looking around, looking at you and muttering, curious, but not enough to approach you, especially after Kane's actions this morning. You're at the door. It is closed. But you can tell he's in because you can hear the crackle of the fireplace inside.
See, if this was anyone else, you would just barge in. But in a moment like this, and because he respects the commander, he's going to knock hard and firmly just once.
Yeah, you knock. You hear a chair scrape back across the floor, and then heavy footsteps cross the room. The knob turns, opens. Inquisitive Alka. What has happened?
You
Why
need
you-
to stay down, Commander.
Alka, report.
Can we talk in private?
Yes. If a report best made in private, I understand. And he ushers you in, points you to the chair across from his desk, and closes the door.
I don't even sit on the chair. I just reach out, or hold my arm out and just drop the head onto the table. I assume you know what this is.
But this is a member of Imperious's host?
It was. Before it was corrupted and used against my squad.
Is everyone all right? Is everyone
Most of us.
injured?
Those of us who are will live. But there is an exception.
Oh God, who is it? Go ahead and give me an insight check.
Ooh, insight. I have expertise in this.
I gotta let you roll your good stats sometimes.
18 plus 7,
25.
25.
You have almost like a flash forward where you think of the two ways you can think of to deliver this news. One is your usual manner of just drop the bomb, and the other is, well, you think it would be wise to lean on the formality of your position in this moment in order to make him lean on the formality of his.
I will tell you who it is. but I will tell you with a heavy heart. We have lost a brother today. Stelshine fell in battle. I understand you were kin, so I came as soon as I could to tell you the news.
Where is he?
He is...
He does not meet your gaze.
My squad is with him. He lays beside the tower. He was compelled.
Dismissed.
Very well, Commander. Just do not act on your emotions.
Dismissed, Inquisitor.
Fine. And I leave.
You walk out the door, and seconds after it closes, you hear the loud crash of wood on stone. And then moments after, there is a yell. Sobbing. And I think the last thing you hear as you... do you continue to walk away, or do you stop and listen?
I'm just standing outside the door at this point.
Right. Then in that case, if you're just standing outside the door, you hear that crash, the yell, the sob, and then you hear the crackle of the fireplace grow louder. And you smell smoke. Feel the heat through the door. Do you wait until there? Are you just waiting for him to come out or do anything?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for him to come. I know eventually he will come out.
Yeah.
It's best that someone is there to at least escort him while he's in this predicament.
It is a good while. You hear the flames burn high and eventually crackle down until the point where you know the only things left in that room are the things that are not flammable. The door opens, and a soot-tinged gold dragonborn walks out. Take me to him, Valga.
Very well, Commander. And I lead him out to the tower.
What are the other three of you doing when he walks up?
Greco is passing out good berries, and I just kind of silently look up.
Yeah.
Do you need one, friend?
Elias, do you take a good berry?
I'm fine. Elias would not leave unless forcibly removed. He's just standing, staring.
Yeah. Kane, what are you up to? And Greco, I'll let you know, most of the people, like almost none of the people in the tower were injured. It's your squad that is injured. There's not a bunch of people here to pass good berries out to, just to be clear.
No worries.
In whispered tone, for what might be one of the only times anyone sees him do it, Kane is offering prayers to Imperius at the moment.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a religion.
A natural 20.
You had a noble upbringing. You were taught the liturgies of Imperius. you did not think they stuck until now, as you can now add the ceremony spell to your spell list. Only castable as a ritual. And I don't know if I don't think Kane is performing a full funeral rite at this moment, but I do think you are doing a full like commendation of the soul, like last rites.
Yes, the words we would say, not the words that they would say at his funeral.
Yeah. And you speak the last rites of an inquisitor on the battlefield.
With our brothers listening, it's enough for all of you to hear it. We've all heard the words or some variation of them. Since they're in the field, there's always a change. Darian Stelshine, loyal inquisitor, steadfast ally, and protector of the realm. We will lay him to rest with his weapons and armor, to shield against the tricks of the enemy and sword against those who would harm us. In death he will be pointed to the east, so Imperius' light will always shine upon his face and never set. We allow him to his final service, in Imperius' name.
And you feel a clawed hand rest on your shoulder as the commander walks up on you from behind. Amen. Hey, boy. My Darian. You knew him better than I. Would he want a service?
It's what he deserves.
I know it's what he deserves. Would he want it?
No one believed more than he did.
Without question.
We are recalling all active local missions. I want every Inquisitor in full uniform at the temple tomorrow morning.
If that is your desire, Commander, it shall be done.
I mean it, Valgar. Full uniform.
I may hate the uniform, sir, but this calls for it, and I will honor it.
Yes, I'm sorry, you didn't wear it the last one.
Well, that's because he was a dick, sir.
He was your squad mate too. And he picks Darian's body up in his arms and begins to walk towards the temple.
I need to figure out how to get me a uniform again. I burned my last one.
The quartermaster will help you. I'm sure we're all due for a fitting.
Where's everybody heading from here? We're going to move a little more into fluid time rather than moment by moment.
Wherever I can get the most drunk for 1 gold piece.
Draco seconds this.
I think probably, I don't remember what we named the inn you went to last time, but the inn you went to last time.
If my
Actually, no, you went to partying last time. And Lucan went to last time, which I do recall, I think was the Drunken Duck.
Mhm.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, some of my old squad mates were still in town, correct?
Yes.
I would go visit them.
Beautiful. Greco.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go for a drink, but Greco doesn't speak this whole time. Greco is sullen. He's hurt. I think this is probably Greco's first mate that he's lost, that he felt close to. So he's very taken aback by Darian's death.
I think Greco, with you only being recently assigned to this squad, it's possible this is the first person, person on your side, not even a person you've liked, a person on your side you've witnessed die.
That's what I'm thinking too, because Greco's very taken aback by it. You know, he's young and he's almost died for this. Worried about his partner, his brother, the whole time.
Yeah. And Kane.
Kane will return because we're basically in the capital of our place,
yeah.
right?
You're not in the the country capital, but you are in the capital of this province of the this is the capital of this province, and this is the military center of the provinces.
Yeah. Then I think whatever, if any location, I presume there would be with my family's presence, find a spot that is designated for the family to get ready.
Yeah. I think we're going to open with Kane as I'm picturing, take flight from here on the grounds of the tower, heading off to your family's estate. You see, this is not one of the main estates of your family. This is like where they spend their fall. But you know there should be some members present here in the fall. And you come down for a landing here on the porch.
I'll stow my sword. That way the gold blood isn't too visible. I'll tear off my other sleeve for symmetry. And head on in.
Yeah. You walk up to the door. It is clearly locked. You can see. I do not think you have a key to this extra estate because you've always had people for that before.
Yeah.
And now you live in the barracks. But you know there should be a doorman within who...
Naturally.
Yeah.
A few knocks should do the trick.
And the door pops open. I'm sorry, we weren't aware that any more visitors were coming.
Oh, it's a good thing I'm a member of the family, then. Kane.
Well, one moment, sir. And the door shuts. You hear the lock twist again. And the doorman moves back. A few more moments pass, and you hear, claw steps upon the floor. And it opens for you to see one of your many aunts. Your mother was born in a massive clutch. About 8 eggs to a clutch. And she looks at you. Turns to the doorman. I'm sorry. I thought you said one of my nephews was here. All I see is a common inquisitor.
You'd speak so lowly of Sylvia's boy.
I'd speak so lowly of the boy who forswore his family for a new brotherhood.
This brotherhood keeps you safe And for this Brotherhood is why I'm here.
And I have the greatest respect for an Inquisitor. Are you here in that station,
Yes.
Kane? Then please, Inquisitor, what is it the family Ventar can do for you?
A member of the family Ventar is due in full uniform tomorrow for the death of an Inquisitor on his squad, and would like to be fitted in the fashion we are due.
And you see, there's not much facial movement here. It's just a tightening of the eyes because most of the face is beak. But the eyes relax. Come in, Kane. Sorry. Formalities to be observed and all.
Never mind it. Just a dresser, please, or whatever tailor we use here.
Yes, I'll call for the tailor immediately.
Thank you, Aunt.
No, I want to... 24 hours, no formalities. How about that?
Sure.
Give your auntie a hug.
It's good to see you.
What's happened, my boy? And she takes you to go get fitted, and as you walk, asks you about what happened. We can role play this out if you want. We do not have to if you'd rather not.
There's not much to. I think before they would get moving, and the embrace, the tall, strong Inquisitor that he always is finally gets to go away.
Yeah.
And in tears, he lets out the sobbing that is deserved of the grief of a friend and of an ally so close as this. And then he puts it away again. Because he has a job to do. And this job is paying respect. And that's all there is to it.
Alright. And you get fitted in your uniform as the tailor freshly makes one out of fine silks and linens for you. And your aunt looks at you. Well, could the family extend its services to the rest of your squad?
If you can find them, I think some of them made the understandable choice to water this down.
Understood. I'll have messengers sent out to the inns and taverns.
Thank you.
Lucan responded to your question in our back chat, just in case you don't have it open.
All right, cool. Thanks.
We'll move over, I believe, to Elias. And Greco, if you are following Elias to the same bar, up to you.
I was, yes.
Okay, wonderful. As you both rock up to the filthiest, cheapest bar in the city, the Drunken Duck.
Elias just puts the gold on the table and just says, "Get us as drunk as you can for that."
Drunk as you can for a cold, can do.
Greco's gonna sit down in what I would assume to be a solemn booth near where Elias just ordered our drinks, and just sit silently with a bird squawk slightly coming from his throat.
Okay.
Go off.
Yeah, and Elias, she brings a couple of glasses over to you. Are you sitting at the bar, or are you sitting in the booth with Greco Elias?
Elias will go over. He also is silent. It is not talking.
She brings a couple of drinks over to you. They are bright green, like a bright jade green, and fizzing at the top.
Is it just these, or are there more coming?
There'll be more coming. I just figured I'd refill you as you finished them.
Okay, that works. I just wanted to
Celebrating something tonight? She asks as I roll a nat 1 on her insight.
No. Just keep them coming.
Oh. Right then. And she will keep you stocked in drinks.
Elias is getting drunk, like very drunk, but not blackout drunk.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna say I don't usually do like rolls for drunkenness.
That's fine. I just
but I will. Well, what I will. I'm gonna say give me just a con roll.
Okay.
To see how bad the hangover will be in the morning. Like
Okay.
if you're able to keep it on that line of, like.
Nope. It's a 7.
I think you'll have a headache in the morning. Light will hurt. But light would hurt anyway because it is a light that no longer shines on Darien Stellshine.
And I don't know how long Greco hangs out.
Oh, Greco's gonna have a few drinks with you and hang out probably most of the time, but I don't think he's gonna drink the entire time. He's trying to actually process these things, but numb it.
Yeah, Greco's like spacing it out and using the drinks to numb his emotions enough to think about them, is what I'm getting.
Yes, like
this is not a tactic for dealing with your grief that Heroes and Hooligans recommends, or what's the word?
Condones.
Advocate.
Condones.
I do not
advocate
this behavior.
Advocate, that's the one I was going for. This is not the grief management method we condone.
But once Elias is good and drunk, without a word, he is going to get up and leave, and he is going to go and look for the commander.
Okay.
Greco's definitely going to be like, dude, where are you going?
He doesn't say anything. You're welcome to follow, but he does not say anything.
Yeah. Greco, are you following?
Has anybody else arrived by now?
I mean, there's other people in the bar. I don't think anybody else was from your squad was specifically coming here.
All right, then I'm going.
Wait, actually, I do think enough time passes if it's like a couple hours that as Elias is leaving, a messenger shows up. Pardon, I'm looking for Lucan Valkar, Elias Grumblehelm, and Greco Eddy.
Yeah. I'm Greco.
I'm from the family Ventar. We're sent to offer you a fitting for new uniforms for the event tomorrow.
Okay, yeah. We definitely need those. I'll try. You gotta go try and find Lucan. I don't know where he's at, but I've gotta go. Do you see him? He's running, and bye. I'll be there. I'll be there.
Elias, go ahead and give me. You can either tell me where you're headed. If you
it's a 50-50. It's either the temple or his office.
Yeah, you can tell me where you're headed, or you can give me an investigation.
Yeah, I don't think Elias knows which to check first, but those would be the two places he would know of or think of to go to. Cool. I imagine the commander's office is probably first on his mind, but he did hear him say that it would be at the temple, and part of him wants to go to Darien too.
Gotcha.
But we got a 7 investigation.
7. You, I think, realize that the commander's office is sort of on the way to the temple, so it wouldn't hurt to stop by there first, either way.
Okay. So yeah, he drunkenly walks up and just knocks 3 times and then just stands waiting.
I think on the third knock, you notice that your fist actually breaks through a little bit of the door, of this wooden door.
I push it open or open it.
Yeah, you open it,
Commander,
and you see
are you in here?
you see a empty room with shattered baubles all over the floor, and scorch marks originating where the desk used to be, burning up to the ceiling. And the most intense scorch marks are in a cone shape leading out from the desk.
Oh, apparently not. He's gonna close the door and just back out and pretend like he was never here because he does not want to be blamed for whatever happened in there because he's
What?
too drunk to process it.
Greco, you can just give me, Elias, were you actually running or were you just moving?
No,
Okay.
I was moving.
You can give me... Which one's better for you, survival or investigation?
Survival.
You can just give me a survival check, DC 8, to keep up with the drunk Elias.
I literally got an 8.
Beautiful. Yeah, you keep up. Like, you're trailing behind by about 20 feet because Elias is just naturally faster than you. Even drunk, but you're keeping up. You keeping him in your sight as you round the corner as he shuts the door to the commander's office.
What's going on, buddy?
Yeah, I was looking for your commander, but he's not in there.
He's not in there?
No.
Okay. Is that all?
I mean, you can look. It was. I didn't do anything.
Okay. Can you just come over here and stand by me for a minute, and I'm gonna go look.
I don't like resist.
Okay. So I'm just gonna slightly crack the door and put my beak in and look.
Yeah, you see the same scene I described to Elias. A room that has been completely destroyed by the throwing of things and fire.
Okay, I'm definitely going to just close this door and back out, not even turning around, and go, all right, where's your next stop, bud?
I mean, we could go see Darian.
Okay. Yeah, yes, let's go see Darian. Let's go see Darian. But we need to get ready. So maybe we should find the rest of the crew first?
I need to tell him something.
Okay, but we should find the rest of the crew first, and then we can go tell him something. Is that cool with you?
Elias starts walking off.
Okay, all right.
And we'll come back to this scene here in a bit. Lucan, you are seeking out the other members of your old squad.
Yes. Specifically our cleric. Wherever she may be, because the last time I remember, I think she was in the tavern that we went to, but
she was in the Drunken Duck last time you saw her 2 days ago, and she said she'd be in town for at least 5 days on a sort of not quite leave, but break from missions.
Resupply mission, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
A rest and resupply. Yeah.
And I would figuratively know her usual haunts and stuff.
You would probably know. You'd probably know that she's either at the temple or in her barracks by this time of the. As you leave the tower, the early evening, she usually has to be dragged out to go drinking. It's not a plan of hers.
I'll check whichever is closest.
I'll say barracks are closer.
So yeah, I'll go check the barracks then.
This is a little earlier than Elias and Greco's trip back to the military center here. So this is the first thing you did. You didn't go get wasted first.
No, I don't plan on doing that.
Shocker.
I plan on doing something a bit more extreme.
Oh no. Yeah, you And you actually do find her in her barracks room. She looks at you. Lucan, I wasn't expecting a visit from you. You always say you'll stop by, and then you never have.
I just stare at her with like the same look in my eyes that she's seen when other past party members died. Just a dead glare with nothing in my eyes.
Lucan? Lucan, you there?
Is this like a private room she has, or is it like a common room for everyone?
It's a room shared with the other members of her squad. They're not quite as highly ranked as you, but you do not see the other squad members here.
Okay, if there is a door, I will close it and attempt to lock it.
Yep.
And then I'll-
No lock, but you can close it.
Is there a... Oh, yeah, that works. I was about to say, I'll just put something in front of it, but if someone needs it, then that kind of seems like a dick move. So
Yeah.
I'll just walk over and just stand beside her and just be like, I lost another today.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lucan.
At this point, death doesn't faze me. You know that.
I mean, you're here to talk about it, yeah? It's something about it's bothering you.
I wouldn't exactly say I'm here to talk.
Why are you here, Lucan?
I will step back and like unbutton the top of my like jacket and pull it back, and on my chest are like healed scars and sort of like a tally mark from all the people that I've lost. I need to add another one.
Lucan, I told you I wasn't going to help you with this anymore. It's not healthy.
Healthy or not, it helps me remember them.
Remember
I trust.
God. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
That's bad for me. Persuasion. That's a 17.
17.
Because I don't have anything to add to it.
God damn it, Lucan. If I don't help you, you're just going to do it yourself, aren't you?
Well, with your help, it'll heal quicker.
Will you at least let me make the cut this time, so it's a clean one?
I suppose. Even though I do deserve a bit of pain right now.
Lay down on the bed and hand me a dagger.
I just casually pull mine out, flip it, and handle the handle, and then just lay down on the bed.
You see she takes the dagger, sticks the end of it in the fire in here, heats it up to heats it up until it is like glowing orange. Right. Bite down on one of your on one of those leather straps you've got there. Make them useful for something.
Very well. I just go on my like leather collar, just like a dog.
And she cuts another line into your chest. You can feel and hear the fat of your skin sizzle and cook as this hot dagger carves its way down, and a thin line of blood seeps out.
It's a familiar enough pain that he doesn't scream out or yell out, but there is like a tensing to his body upon the pain.
There is a moment. I think there's a moment of shock as you remember that pain, because though you have felt it more often than any man should, there's always time between. Time to almost get comfortable with not feeling it again. But the dagger hurts less than the grief that you won't let yourself feel.
How many tally marks would you say he has right now? Because I know we lost a lot of people.
Is it squad members or people who die while you are serving with them?
Second one.
I'm gonna make a die roll. I'm gonna make a die roll about this. Oof. This is your 13th tally.
Lucky number.
She pulls the dagger away as your flesh finishes sealing itself and casts just a minor healing spell on you, just enough to finish closing the bleeding, but the cauterized scar is left.
I take a moment to like fasten myself back up and cover it up. Not even like wincing at the pain, just used to it at this point.
Well, and after the spell, there is no longer a pain present. It is just the skin across your chest is a little tighter. Luke, and I mean it this time. I'm not doing this for you anymore.
You said
If you ask me to again, I'm going to tell the commander.
The commander knows about it.
The commander knows.
He found out about, I don't know, about the fourth one.
And he's fine with it?
I wouldn't say he's fine with it, but he knows it's my way of coping. I'm not harming anyone else, am I?
God damn it. Get out. You stubborn arse. I shouldn't have helped you this time either. And you should let someone help you. God damn it.
Well, if it helps, you can help me. You know, besides cutting me open this time.
I don't know, maybe your other squad members who are feeling the same way as you, probably, and aren't cutting themselves open to deal with it?
Well, I don't know how they deal with pain. Maybe they are. But the point being, I need a favor.
Another favor?
This one less stabby. You wouldn't happen to have my old uniform lying around anywhere, would you?
What would you... and it's at this point that one of the commander's aides shows up with a piece of instruction paper, like an instruction booklet informing everyone to be at the funeral in uniform in the morning. Oh. Is your size still the same?
Do I look like I've gotten any bigger?
You can borrow Brumman's then. Brumman was your last paladin.
I think I'd rather get my own. You kind of... I don't want to say it stank, but...
I don't have any that would fit you other than his, Lucan. You can either go to the quartermaster or you can take what I have to offer.
It'll be fine. I can deal with it for a small ceremony.
Perfectly clean. I'm sure he'd like to be there to honor one of his brothers that's fallen as well.
Oh,
and I'm sure they're together in Imperius's light.
I doubt that.
To be clear, Roman's one of the dead ones.
Oh yeah, I know that. I'm not a believer. Remember?
Okay, I wasn't sure.
No,
I wasn't
Lucan
sure.
doesn't believe, so he's just I doubt that.
You'd be wise to keep these thoughts in your head at tempo tomorrow.
Commander is lucky it was his kin. Otherwise, I wouldn't be going at all. I've had enough of funerals in my lifetime.
And she begins to rustle through her footlocker, pulls an old, very nicely folded up uniform out for you. It's kept in great condition, and hands it over. Well, it's well, Lucan. I'll see you tomorrow. And she sort of walks you, like, just tries to back you towards the door, honestly.
I will be here early. I'm not going to this thing alone.
You should go with your squad, Lucan. It's proper.
And you are my squad. You always will be. No matter where the reasons may be.
Valkar. Inquisitor Valkar, you are not a member of my squad.
You know, you've always been
You are my brother in arms. Our squads were split. You have a new one. You should attend the funeral with them.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
Not this. Not, especially not when you've just told me it's the commander's kin that's passed. If you don't, I just follow protocol, please. I don't want it to be your funeral next. And I certainly don't want it to be your hanging.
Worst ways to go out.
Not many worse to watch you go out in.
I think most people around here would be happy to see me go. I'm not exactly liked.
You keep telling yourself that, Lucan, if that's what you need. You're hard to stand, but people like you.
Fine, I'll go. But I expect to drag you out for drinks afterwards. No exceptions.
You can have drinks. I'll have a drink with you.
That works for me.
All right. Take care, Lucan. And she shuts the door. And you can hear her begin to mutter prayers from within.
Such a fucking tight ass. And I walk off.
Yeah. We will cut back. Actually, Lucan, I think this... No, this is hours before still. Where are you heading next, Lucan? We're going to cut, but I do want to know where you're heading so I can start figuring out what to do there.
Probably somewhere to get this uniform fitted to me, personally.
All right,
I'm going to wear it. It at least has to fit.
Yeah. You know that you and Roman were about the same size. Like, the reason he has a spare uniform is because you never wore yours, so he took it. So technically, this is your uniform. Technically, this is your uniform.
All right, I'm going to make a correction to that. I'm going to go to a tailor so I can get it colored to my colors. I'll wear it, but it has to match my aesthetic.
Above the table, I'm going to let you know that altering the color of a military uniform makes it no longer that uniform. In game, if that is still Lucan's move, that's absolutely fine. I just wanted to make sure you were aware that would be what happened there.
Oh yeah, it's fine.
You head off to find a tailor's shop. It's getting to be like 7 in the evening now, so I'm going to say there's probably one that's closing up, like shortly, but you can get there before it closes. I think that's honestly a pretty quick little scene. We can just run that without cutting quick.
Yeah.
Oh, Inquisitor, is that something you need?
I just shove the uniform into his arms and just be like, I need this to match this. And as I point towards my color scheme.
So you want it just the deeper black?
As black as you can make it.
Right. Can do, sir. When do you need this by?
Tomorrow morning.
All right. Rush job on redying the dark grey to a deeper black should be. Let's call it 13. Let's call it a gold and 3 silver.
I just hand him 2 gold. Keep the change.
Brilliant. I'll have this for you first thing in the morning. Sunlight hits the shop and it'll be on the counter waiting for you.
Good. And then I leave.
All right. Greco and Elias. Kane, are you doing anything after you get your fitting, or are you just hanging out at the family estate for now? You're muted.
Thank you. Just preparations. Probably a good old tumble in the bird bath to get cleaned up for the first time in a while. Get feathers preened.
Gotcha.
Read up on my ceremony. Practice in words and anything we have going on there, but just preparation.
Gotcha. Greco and Elias.
How much farther do we have?
I'm going to say you're at the temple now, since that was where Elias was headed.
I was RPing to Elias.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just up ahead. And I think when he gets to the doors of the temple, assuming that Darian is inside, he stops for a moment, unsure if he should go in before he does, assuming the doors are open, like unlocked, and he can go in.
The doors to the temple are very rarely locked. They have a big door bar, but they are very rarely locked.
That's what I figured. Yeah. So he will quietly go in and look around and see what he sees if anyone is here.
You see a priest puttering around. It looks like he's making sure everything is cleaned and set up properly for a funeral. It seems he's been made aware. You do not see the commander anywhere here on the main entrance, worship room, essentially.
And am I correct? I don't see Darian either.
You do not see Darian's body here in the main room. Has Elias been to temple recently?
Probably not.
Do you think Elias has been to temple since moving to this city?
There's a chance. Maybe the first time a brother died and there was a mandatory funeral and he was in town, he showed up drunk. But other than that, probably not.
Go ahead and give me a religion with disadvantage.
Sure.
Or a history. Also with disadvantage.
We'll do history, though, because I'm decent at it. Because of noble things. It's still a 6.
All right. You don't see the body. You see a couple, doors off to the side and a door at the back.
He will approach the priest. And
my son, what can I do for you?
I'm looking for the Stelshen.
Oh, the funeral's not until the morning, son.
I need to see him now. I was the last one that saw him before.
All right. I tell you what, why don't you come with me? We'll Go ahead and Greco, you have a 17 perception, right?
Yes. Passive.
Yeah. You see this guy is doing somatic components with his hands as he talks to Elias, just behind his back.
Yeah, most definitely Greco's gonna, like, I'm not even gonna say anything. I'm gonna silently, run up and just grab Elias. Just grab Elias and start trying to run backwards.
All right.
What are you doing?
Come with me.
Why don't you and I go down and we'll go see the commander, and he can see Darian.
No, come with me. I have to show you something. I forgot about this. Just fucking come with me. Come with me. You have to come with me. I'm actively still trying to run backwards with you in my arms.
Yeah, Elias, are you going along with it? Or are you resisting?
He's resisting, but he's not like pulling her. Like, he knows how strong he is, even if he's drunk. Or him, sorry.
It's okay.
But yeah. Greco, I need to tell Darian I'm sorry.
It's okay. We can tell him. I told you we need to find our friends first, but I have something even. We have to go find where Darian.
You see the hand stop moving. You see the hand stop moving.
Am I sober?
Shit.
No.
Oh.
Come on. Let's go. We need to run.
Okay.
I'm okay. I'm still pulling the whole time. I'm running to the door.
Yeah, like I said, he's walking. He's like resisting to the point that you are not able to run back, but he's not like.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like he's not trying to escape from your grasp. We're gonna call it grappling rules, where you're moving at like half movement, dragging him.
Yeah. So I'm trying my hardest.
And as you get him like back out to the like by the entrance where you could see those other doors off to the side, the one off to your left opens, and the commander walks out. Elias.
Sir. He like pulls his hand out and tries to straighten up.
The priest informed me you had something you wanted to say to Darian. Come with me.
Yes, sir.
Greco, you can go me an Arcana check.
Oh, Lord. That's a 19?
19. The spell he was casting was a modified sending spell. He was doing it without any verbal or material components. He was sending a message to the commander that someone was here drunk demanding to see Darian.
Yes. Hey, hi, Commander. Yes.
Inquisitor Eddie, would you care to join?
Actually, I actually forgot. I need to get back to Valkar because he gave me his money and he was actually trying to go get his uniform for you like you requested, and we have to go get him the money or he's not going to be able to get the uniform and you're going to get mad at him.
Give me a deception at advantage because that's a perfect lie. Other than the part about Lucan willingly handing someone else's money, I think. But
okay, fuck. I got a 13.
13 at advantage?
Yes.
You can tell he knows you're lying, but what's your passive insight? What's your insight modifier?
My insight.
Aren't you the like
plus
17?
4? Oh wait, my passive investigate. Oh, my 14. Passive insight 14.
You can tell he knows you're lying. You think he thinks you're lying because you don't want to see Darian's body again, and you can see him let it slide. Right. Be on your way then, Inquisitor.
Yeah,
we wouldn't want Valkar to show up out of uniform.
No, and I know that he's not going to do it unless I pay for it. So I gotta go. Elias, come with me. Come with me. Come on, let's go. We have to go. I need your help, or I'm not going to be able to find him. You know him better than I do.
Inquisitor Elias is here. Inquisitor Elias is here to visit Darien one last time.
Give me 2 minutes.
Would you deny your
I'll go with you and do whatever you want to do. I promise.
Oh, my lord. And I can't. You can't. But you can't. I have to go find Lucan.
By the way, Commander, are you aware that your office is gone? I went looking for you there first and you weren't there. I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
You've nothing to apologize. You've nothing to apologize for, Inquisitor. I'm aware.
Elias just looks down when he says he has nothing to apologize for.
Come. And he walks through the door, hand on your shoulder. Sort of, not really like holding you, but kind of trying to help you walk steady as you make your way down the stairs into the Undercroft. It is poorly lit down here with torches. And you can see a long table up ahead where the torchlight glints off of silver. It's about a 20-foot walk down the hall after you reach the bottom of the stairs to the table. Do you want me to leave you with him?
If you want, that's up to you. If
you want your privacy.
If he was your kin, then you can hear what I have to say.
No, I would want the privacy. I did want the privacy for my words to him. If you have words you wish for others to hear, you can speak them tomorrow. This moment is for the two of you. And he claps you on the shoulder and heads back up the stairs.
And Elias walks up and just looks down at Darien, probably for a minute, and the tears start falling again. And for a bit, he just repeats that he's sorry. I should have tried better. I should have known better. Shouldn't have left you. If I had just tried one more time, you'd be here. Shouldn't have left you to that stranger. But you can rest now. We set him free. Just like you wanted. And you're free too. And I think he just sits there for another minute, silently crying before he kind of cleans himself up, straightens up a little bit, and goes back up.
Yeah. You say your words, cry your tears. And you don't notice anything or feel anything except what's already in you. Nothing changes. As you make your way back up the stairs.
Thank you, sir. Let's go find Luke and Greco.
Yes. Thank you, Elias. He was glad to know you. After the funeral tomorrow, I'd like to speak with you.
Okay, sir.
I think I think you'll find it a matter to your pleasing. And he heads back down the stairs to continue to keep vigil.
So, Greco, where do you think we will find Lucan? Because I don't know anything about the guy.
Well,
I don't
I
think
feel like
most
he
of this
would-
new squad knows anything about Lucan's past.
I feel like he would have disappeared down some dark alley at some point. But I
You
feel
guys
like
can give me some investigation checks to look for Lucan.
Sure.
Alright, I'm gonna say he's getting drunk. No, he's fighting somebody in an alley.
I got
I
a
have
12.
Oh,
Hey!
What do we have? Sorry.
2 12s.
2 12s. Nice. Lucan, go ahead. Just give me a stealth check at disadvantage because you're not trying to hide.
So that's just a straight roll then, because I get advantage from my boots.
Great.
Well, that's a natural 15 on the die, plus a 9.
Yeah, no. You look around for a while, trying to track down Lucan. He's nowhere to be found.
Why are we looking for Lucan again?
Because I don't know. We should just all be together now, okay? Like, I just think we should all be together right now. It's just like a really good thing, you know. And we gotta go get fitted for our suits, okay? We'll go find Kane, and we'll go find Lucan, and we'll go get our suits.
And you remember the guy told you he was going to look for Lucan to bring him to go get a suit too.
Yes.
Elias confusedly looks at his uniform that he's wearing, wondering
Yeah.
why it's not good enough, and is like, okay. I told you I'd do whatever you wanted, so lead the way.
And you guys head off to the Ventar estate. Lucan, at about 11 o'clock in the evening, where would you be?
Wherever his room is.
All right, you're in your room when you hear a rap on the door.
Yes, come in.
Door opens. Inquisitor Valkar?
Yes.
I'm a servant from the Ventar family. Your compatriot Kane has requisitioned our tailor to sew new uniforms for each of you. And requested your presence.
You can have my presents, but my suit has already been made. So that's not needed.
Oh, well, I assure you, not of the same quality fabrics as the Ventar family would. But if you're happy with what you have, of course, we wouldn't wish to offend an Inquisitor.
It's fine. Very well, show me to this. What the hell did you call it?
The Ventar family estate?
Yes, that.
Yeah, Elias, you haven't bathed or anything.
Yeah.
You're covered in angel blood, other people's blood, some bruises. You haven't had any healing. Like, you didn't take that much damage relative to the rest, but yeah.
I think the majority of the damage I took was unironically from my slow fall.
Yeah. No,
I just
100%.
realized
I think
didn't get clean either.
Yeah, I think the only person
Yeah.
who's clean here is Kane.
Yeah, we're gonna show up in his family estate just dripping angel blood everywhere.
Grimy. I'm just a dirty little greasy little bird. Dirty bird. Little nasty
I
bird.
mean, from the time it
and
took
you-
me to go to the tailor to my room, I probably would have cleaned until the guy appeared.
Yeah, you had hours there between when you had your cleric mutilate for you, your ex-cleric mutilate for you, and the guy showing up at your door. Yeah, you're able to get cleaned up. But yeah, I'm going to say you all arrive at the same time for simplicity's sake. Draco's a druid.
Bath.
Oh, fair. I never remember what Greco is, I'm gonna be real.
I just a bird.
My brain
But
defaults
yeah,
to
the
rain.
three of you arrive at about the same time to the gates of the Ventar estate. And
You know, there is such a thing called a bath.
Well, you know, I had things to do which involved drinking and sulking in sorrow and chasing Elias down. Have you ever had to chase Elias down? He's pretty fucking fast.
And faster.
you're really not.
He
How
can
much
do it
movement
lot.
speed
He
does
can.
have?
He can. I am a monk. I have 40.
I have 45 movement speed.
Oh, I'm sorry. I do have 45, and we can both bonus action dash. But he can.
But he has the
do it
endurance.
unlimited.
Yeah.
Well, I have a 16 con, but yeah, like I can only bonus action with key, so I can.
Well,
only
when
do
I say he
75.
has the endurance, I mean he can do it longer.
Yeah. But rogue monk races are
yeah.
fun.
You make it up to the front door, where it is opened for you, and the doorman says, "Oh my."
For the,
One moment. Closes the door. Comes back. Right. Follow me. Don't walk anywhere I don't lead you, and try to avoid the rugs.
Elias pointedly walks on the rugs.
It's mostly dried at this point, so you're not like dripping.
Yeah.
But he
Yeah.
actually first leads you to a massive set of baths where you find Kane obsessively preening.
hello. Hi.
Yes?
Someone took a bath.
I mean, ideally, it would be all of us taking one. If you haven't yet, we have plenty of spaces here.
I suppose.
Yeah, Greco like bird dives in like a fucking goddamn pelican.
Elias takes his clothes off before getting in.
Yeah.
I'm washing my clothes too.
You know how to use the. All right. Glad we could all share this together.
You didn't have to invite us. My uniform's just fine.
It's really
Well,
not.
The offer was the least I could make. Besides, my aunt would have insisted if I didn't make the recommendation, especially when I gave them the news. The despisery of my decision to be an inquisitor aside, the Ventar clan cares too much about what we do.
I do want to clarify. Your aunt has mixed feelings. Like your entire family is proud of you for the decision, but they're upset that it requires you to forswear the family.
Yeah.
But they can't take that out on the Inquisition. You know.
So please, make yourselves comfortable. I'm sure there'll be a meal for us before we head out. Plenty of beds. This is the party estate, for lack of better words. At least I call it that. Granted, the bars are much more fun.
Yeah. And you all get cleaned up. The next day comes. And you... Lucan, do you get... who gets their outfits from the Ventar tailors?
I'll get one. I like noble clothes, just not
Yeah.
nobles.
I mean, I won't get any for the session, but I'll get a new outfit.
All right. It will be... They are sewing you a uniform specifically. Are you okay with that? Is that
As
what
long
you're
as
getting?
As long as it's like shades of black, I'm good.
Yeah, you see they do yours in that same dark gray that it's supposed to be, but the way the material moves, unless you are directly under light, it looks black. So you are technically in uniform,
On a new coat.
but yeah, I'm gonna say the tailor doesn't have enough leather to make you a brand new trench coat on the spot.
I put in a request since someone decided to best out of man in the last episode.
Hey,
I will say the
money.
tailor has a mending cantrip and will fix your old coat for you.
Okay, that's better.
There you go.
Back to being a badass.
I thought you were just doing it because I forgot your old coat was broken, and I thought you were just being extra for a second.
Oh no, I'll probably get another one just in case this one breaks.
Yeah. Okay. You place the order, and the tailor says, "Right. That's not what the lady asked me to do for you. You paying?"
That's how these transactions usually work.
You
Wonderful.
can charge it to our account. It'll be fine.
Charge your account, Master
Ventari.
Inquisitor.
The Ventari account? Yes.
I will need the lady's permission, sir. He says, trying to sidestep around the issue of you. But he's like, before I begin work, I will ask the lady, and if I cannot, I will send a messenger your way. How about that?
What is the cost of the work?
Probably not much. Probably only 5 silver to a gold, maybe 2.
I'll throw 2 gold to them. There. Ventari paid for.
All right. Yes, I'm sorry. I just
Work.
Yes, I just do the work, and I just do it the way I'm supposed to. You see, he finishes uniforms for all 4 of you, as well as the coat for Lucan. Actually, I'm going to say he's finishing the coat for Lucan, but he finishes repairing your old one. Sorry.
It's fine. I look fabulous again.
And you see the sun begin to rise in the east. And that is where we'll close this session of Delving Beyond. Thank you all for joining me for a very emotion-packed episode, which was 90% funeral planning. With me tonight, as always, I have Don as Elias Grumblehelm. I have Kevin as Lucan Valkar, Riley as Kane Ventar, and Destiny as Greco Eddie. You can catch us throughout this week. Thursday night we have Redeeming Corruption, run by good old DM Don here. Tales from the Yawning Portal game. It's so much fun. So much fun.
What do we do with the dragon?
We have very different votes. Most of us. Friday night we have a return to Concentricity Echoes of Eden. This Saturday we are back with more Chronicles of Aurelia. And of course next Monday we should be back with more of Delirium Season 3. Come and find us here or on our YouTube. Bye.